Okay, here I have a battle with Ray, off of Savage Asylum. I can't remember his original name on the chat room, but we'll just call him Ray. So he sends out Aerodactyl, and I send out Glyspore. I was actually worried about Taunt, but we just went ahead and went for a physical move to get some damage on him, maybe some hacks. Thought about using Taunt myself, but Aerodactyl's faster, so it wouldn't be much point in it in some cases. So he's going to switch out to Slowking here, and I'm going to go out into my Skarmory, because I know he's going to have to set up, and I go for a Toxic, and I miss, and that's just my luck. And he's going to start commanding up, and I miss again with Toxic. So I'm kind of ticked off at this point. So I actually live that, which is a plus. And I figured out, okay, I'm just going to stay in here and go ahead and Toxic him if I can. And thankfully it hits this time. And I know Skarmory isn't going to be any good anymore because if I switch him in, he's going to get killed. Or if they set up Stealth Rocks, then he's pretty much dead. So, you know, just went ahead and kind of left him as fodder and wanted to get some poison up on that Slowking. So send in my physical Raikou here, because I know, of course, Slowking doesn't have a lot of defense, and didn't want to go with the obvious Spark, because I figured he might switch, but no, he actually has max defense on the Slowking and HP, so that royally blows, and didn't get to do much with Tiger Bolt here. Oh, well, that and it was a critical hit, too, that he hit me with. So, unfortunately, again, I don't get to use him that much, and so no more testing with him as it goes. But no, I sent in my new Scizor, which I just finished not that long ago, actually. And, yeah, messed around with its EVs a little bit more. It has slightly better IVs than my older one. And he sends in Lucario. And I was a little afraid of Blaze Kick, but, a lot of times these things don't carry it. So I went ahead and stayed in, and he's going to go for the agility, so I'm guessing he's like max attack or max special attack. And so I go for Rock Smash, which I know through Technician, it's powered up a bit, but it did a lot more damage than what I thought it would do. And Rock Smash is just an awesome move. I mean, it's a 50% chance of lowering their defense. I really don't think, people give Rock Smash enough credit. It may be a weaker move, but it can really help you set up in some ways, because though it may be weak, you can hit them with Rock Smash, lower their defense, and then hit them with a stronger move, and it's, a big help. Especially with Scizor, it's beast on Scizor. But he sends an Azelf and goes ahead and goes for the explosion to try and take it out, and it does. So unfortunately, my little mini sweep that's going on with Scizor is done, but Azelf is gone, so that's a big help to me because that thing can be really annoying. And so I send Skyvenom back in, and he sends his Aerodactyl back in. So he actually sets up the Stealth Rock. I was unsure of what he was going to do at that point. I'm just going to go for another Ice Fang here. Yeah, pretty sure I wasn't going to kill him because it didn't do quite half his HP last time. And it leaves him with just like a smidgen of HP, so that's cool. He was hoping for a flinch here from Rock Slide, but thankfully since I have a lot of defense, he was not going to do too much to me, and I break through the flinch and hit him with Ice Fang, and that's it for Aerodactyl. So he sends in Tyranitar. And I'm going to go ahead and taunt this thing because I don't want it setting up with Dragon Dance or Substitute or Curse or anything. So he's actually going to go for a Crunch, and figured, okay, I can live another Crunch. So I'm going to go for a Sword Stance, and that way Earthquake will do, a lot more damage before I wind up dying. And he gets a stat drop, which doesn't really matter, because I'm going to die in the next hit anyway. And this does a lot more damage than I actually thought it would. My Glide Score's been surprising me a lot lately. Like I said, it's speed-based, so its attack isn't that high. I mean, even after Sword Stance, it's not, really high. But that did, like, more than 3/4 of his HP there. And after Glide Score goes down, thinking about it, I could have possibly saved him, but at this point it doesn't really matter. I didn't want my next Pokemon to take a Crunch or anything else that he wound up using. And so I sent in Crossblade, and I know he's probably going to switch out since I'm a fighting Pokemon, but then again, Tyranitar should be faster than Gallade, so, whatever. But I went ahead and went for Drain Punch, so if he decided to stay in and hit me, I get my HP back. And anyway, he goes into his Dragonite here, and I've been seeing a lot of different Dragonites lately, mainly like defensive ones. And so I'm gonna go insane here because I'm figuring, okay, it's gonna power up with Dragon Dance. I'm gonna power up with Bulk Up, which should kind of, counter that a little bit. And my attack is already, really high in the first place. So, but he's going to roar me out, which is completely different than anything I've seen on a Dragonite before. And unfortunately for him, he roars out to my Azula Wolf here. There's another thing I'm going to be glad of when I get a webcam finally, because I'm tired of like Sandstorm and Poison and Leftovers and all taking up so much time in between the moves. And I can speed it up. But anyway, so I'm going to hit him with the obvious Ice Beam here. I was thinking it was going to kill him, but this is, again, where I find out it's a defensive Dragonite, because it lives it. Like, maybe a little less than 1/4 HP, maybe. And Dragon Claw is not going to do too much to me, because I got a lot of defense on this Suicune. But, so yeah, it's pretty much a good game from here on out. I can hit him with another Ice Beam. Surf is going to take out his Tyranitar. So there's not anything he can really do to me now. And I'm still not one for bringing legends in to battle. Even lower ones like Suicune and Raikou and Entei and Azelf and all. I'm not one for using those. But lately, like, almost everyone has them on their team, and I'm getting kind of tired of it. So I'm bringing these as kind of like insurance that I can at least do something to them if they do, because you bring in your random pokes, and, you're going up against the legends, and I don't care what anyone says or anything like that. Oh, Pokemon's a Pokemon. Those guys are freaking powerful as hell. So if you send in, like, an Arcanine and he sends in Heatran, gee, which fire type do you think is going to win out? It's just, it really ticks me off. Because their stats are already incredibly high. They have good move sets, and yes, they may be on a lower tier on Smogon and whatnot, but to me they're still very powerful, and it's kind of cheap to always bring them in a battle, at least like 2 or 3 of them, and whatever. But anyway, that was a good game with Ray. This is actually our second battle. We had a UU battle the first turn, and he won the first time. And so yeah, we decided to have another one, and both matches were really fun. So hopefully I'll be able to post some more with him if I get the chance. And pretty soon I'll have a webcam, and I can do some better videos. So yeah. Alright. So, like everyone else says, comment, rate, sub, and I'll see you guys later.